Governor.
Honorable Chair, the documents are generally the same. What we have in the hard copy is fairly kind of a summary of the very long responses in the email that we forwarded. So basically, the documents that have been circulated that are before you on your table and the one that the auditor has and indicated that he is ready to proceed is exactly the same document that that we have circulated. But even that response raised by my senator, if you look at it, it was just, we were just trying to be, concise. But the information, there is no material difference in terms of that information. So we really, it's exactly the same document. There could be, we were trying to be concise in a number of appearances before Senate. Having a response that is 1 page for a document, if you can be able to make it concise into 2 paragraphs, it saves, the committee. So basically, it's the same document. We just summarized it. And I think, as indicated by the auditor, and it is the document that is before all of us, the hard copies. So really, there is no material difference between the document that we presented on email and the one that is before us.
Chair, I disagree totally with the governor. He's just being smart. To address the issue, Governor, in your soft copy through the chair, you have added 3 issues: revise and resubmitted, designate a compliance officer, enhance internal control procedures. So you cannot, in your response in the hard copy, it is just 1 statement. So you cannot say there is no material differences. Yet in your soft copy, what Governor should be telling us is if he is willing to stand down one of the responses and wait for the consequences. Because if he stands down the soft copy response, it means he has submitted outside the timeline. If he stands down the hard copy, it means the committee will fly blind because they will not have anything in reference or looking at the soft copy. So, Governor, you cannot mislead, but these are material. The fact that you have given 1 statement and then go to give us following corrective measures, which means all these members are not seeing because they are not using soft copy, they are using hard copy. So these corrective measures are not here. So it means it's material difference and it will affect the committee report writing before the House Chair. So I think, Chair, you need to make a ruling whether we stand down soft copy or hard copy and the entity to wait for consequences. Because if you choose to proceed with all these material differences, then the outcome will come out will not be fair to everybody. Because the fact that the governor is here to present, and I agree with you, AG, the governor will be given a chance to explain and clarify a few issues and there. That is not the point. We are not contesting on that. The issue is the timeline and materiality and the procedure before the committee. So, Chair, can the governor tell us whether he's willing to stand down either of the responses or he's willing to go together? And if he goes together, it will mean the OAG liaison will be flying blind because you'll have the hard copy, but your colleague has said he has not seen the soft copy. So it will be hard to proceed because we'll be referring to the soft copy or the hard copy. Thank you, Chair.
I have consulted the clerk here, and the responses that were sent on email and the ones that we have now, the ones which were sent by email earlier on are more detailed. For example, when you look at the first issue, they have elaborated in detail what the omissions were in the financial statement. But this one, they have summarized the responses. Now, therefore, it means legally the responses that we have before us are the emailed responses. Unfortunately, we cannot be able to look at the email responses now because it now forces every member to now be on their phones or bring their laptops here to go through the responses. Now, the other funds which are before us, emergency, climate change, car and mortgage, the clerk tells me the responses are not materially different from what they received earlier.